Good morning, ladies and gents. 15th of May today. It's a nice warm day. We've had a little bit of rain, but it's quite a calm day and it's a nice day. As I promised, I visited a garden which it's alien to me. I've never grown on hydroponics, but I'm at Michael Choco Harrison's. He gets Choco or Michael. I've seen him over the last couple of years produce some fairly big plants, and I thought I would take a look. He's going to educate us on what he's doing with the hydroponics, and it seems to be working at the moment. He's got some really good stuff here. So I'm going to turn the camera around, introduce you to Michael, and I'm going to ask him a few questions, and we'll just have a look at what he's doing. Cheers. Right, this is Michael. Hello, Michael. Thank you for asking us here today.
Hi, John. Hi,
Michael's well, he's shown us the way with the leeks and everything. We're going to ask him a few questions as we go, and also Michael's hoping to get a new show up and running.
Yeah, West Lotman Social Club.
West Lotman Social Club. It's going to be an open show. It's going to be held on the 31st of August. We'll be putting a bit of publicity out for him later on, hoping that that's going to be a success. It will be an open show. When you see his leeks, you might not want to come though, because he's got some cracking gear here. Right, Michael, what leeks this?
This is a Sammy Cross.
So this is a CSC.
CSC, yes.
They're not in large containers. What are they actually planted in?
They're in cocoa and clay bowls.
Cocoa and clay bowls.
Yes.
So there's no feed in there at all?
There's no feed in the pots themselves. All the feed's in the tank.
In the tanks, which we'll go through as we get down that far.
No,
and
these are all inert. All these are inert.
Yeah. So no fertility levels at all in the compost or the clay bowls, but what Michael's doing, he's got a pumping station at the far end, and all the hydroponics is pushed through. So are you feeding on a daily basis?
Yes.
You have to, do you?
Once a day. They need it, even if it's just water, John. These big ones here, I'll lower the AC on here, and maybe when we go into June and July, when it gets really warm, they may just get water, John.
Yeah. So you judge it that way.
Yeah, it's just it's all about the conditions, the weather conditions and what have you.
Right.
Yeah, just your feed, just to suit them.
We'll have a look. Once we get down to the water butts, we'll take a look and see what you're actually putting in the way of feeds. But I'll do some close-ups of these. Looking at these leeks, I would think they're going to be 15 to 16 inches around. 15s definitely. Probably one or two will be approaching 16s. Not forgetting it's only the 15th of May today, so he's way out in front, lads. Obviously, a lot of lads will say they're far too big, they'll split. It remains to be seen. We've said that about Peter Kerry, and he has managed to put stuff on the bench. So hopefully Michael will get some of these on the bench and show us all the way to do it. But it's great to see. I'm just running along the row. Not so keen on the look on the yellow striping in here. Not keen on that one.
I think this leek itself, John, maybe actually come to the end of its life.
It is. It's an older leek now. There are newer ones. As you,
about it a couple of weeks ago, didn't I?
yeah. And as you've rightly said, once we get stock next year, the likes of the King Charles and the William, it would be interesting to see some of them in these conditions to see how you go.
What I'm trying to do at the moment, John, is these are all just on conditioning.
Yeah.
So in a week or two times, if this doesn't disappear, these yellow stripes,
Yeah.
it is come to the end of its life.
Aye.
If the conditioning doesn't take it out, well, I'm hoping the conditioning does take this yellow stripe out, and then we'll go back under the feed again.
So what do you do for conditioning?
In the water tank there, I've got fish emulsion, canna enzyme, silicone, and the Eco 5 compost tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And that conditions the whole plant edge on, from the cellular level right down to the fungi and the bacterial level in the soil.
That's brilliant.
In the cocoa, sorry.
And you're on aerating the water as well.
Yeah, you've got to aerate the water edge on. If you leave it in here just for a day or two, it'll
We'll
go stagnant.
Yeah,
and
we'll
you're
go
fucked.
stagnant. Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, shit.
Right, they're not in large pots as you can see, but obviously you can see the pipes going into the plants for feeding, and then you can see the drainage on the bottom. What happens with the water that's drained out?
It all hits this gutter here and goes straight back in the reservoir.
So you use it again?
Yeah, you just use it again, keep it aerated, and you can use it as long as you want, John.
So it's recycled.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll certainly...
on the allotment here, John, we have a big trouble. All my waters are all collected. I collect the water off that roof there,
Yeah.
and the roof next door. So I've got
Rainwater.
1,000 litres there, up on the roof itself. I've got 1,000 litres there. I have 4 water tanks here.
Yeah.
To me, that's the most important bit, the water, John. You've got to get a few things right with the hydroponics and whatever. if you're using tap water, it's got chlorine in.
Yeah.
It'll just about wipe all your
And can you
goodness
not
in the soil.
can you not dechlorinate it?
You can dechlorinate it. You get tablets and what have you. I prefer to just use a weighing water though.
Yeah, if you
It
can
has
get
been a
plenty.
bit of a chew on setting the water system up because I'm pumping it from the house
Yeah.
all the way down to here in the middle of summertime. And sometimes you do get caught out. You have to fill the big tank up, leave it for 48 hours, just let it dechlorinate with a pump in there.
Yeah.
Just to get all the chlorine out.
Aye.
So yes.
We've had plenty of rain last year or so,
Yeah.
so you'll not be short of water. I'm going to move along and take a look at these onions. A lot of lads have got decent onions at the moment, but there's some whoppers in here. Again, these are going to be 17 to 18 inches around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 22 flutes on there. Nice big onion, nice shape. This is Peter Glazebrook stock, I believe.
These are Peter Glazebrook.
Yeah. Well, they're certainly doing well. There's a big onion. That one will be touching the 18s.
The only thing I'm not happy about is, John, like I said before, is these covers here. I wish I had just done it all plastic like this.
Yeah.
Just because it's rubbing up against the end of the onion there, you know.
Yeah, he's explaining basically the plastic cap on the top of the onion is rubbing against the onion, and it's not doing the onion any good. Whereas these are basically just on top. You can see the roots on the top there; they're lovely. So that's a compost, and then
they need to be covered there, John, because the roots are all on the top and it dries out too fast.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, certainly big onions.
We'll just hope it lasts until
Very
September.
good. Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm going to go down the other side. These are just a lot later, and they haven't had the light treatment.
These were set away in December.
Yeah,
They got a couple of weeks on 12 hours of light,
yeah,
and then they went into the warm greenhouse,
Yeah.
and then into here.
right. So they haven't had
So-
light. I mean, those onions across there. What was the lighting system on those ones? I'll run down here first. You can see all the way down there. Again, they're all on the hydroponics system. So I'm in the middle, still on the hydroponics.
This whole shed, John, is hydroponics. There's no side
Yeah,
whatsoever.
all hydroponics in here. Shading on the roof. Fans at the end. And we'll move along and look at the water butts, but it's certainly an impressive sight to see. Right, this is the watering system at this end. Looks quite complicated to me, but
It's not
Michael's going to
complicated at all.
explain.
All it is, John, this is the main feed tank,
Yeah,
reservoir. You get your water in here, nice fresh water. At the moment it's on a conditioning cycle, so I've got fish emulsion in there, I've got a can of enzyme in there. It's just a bit like a compost here, John.
yeah.
And there's silicone in there and can of enzyme in there.
Yeah,
So that's a nice mixture. It's not feeding the plants, it's conditioning from a cellular level all the way down to the soil level.
that's fine.
So this is my spare tank. Even the spare tank, John, has got an air pump in there just to keep it so it doesn't stagnate and what have you. It's a little bit empty now at the moment, but just gets all the water there moving and
So-
stops it stagnating.
If the water is recycled and comes back in, does it
Yep.
do these tanks need to be filled up very often?
No, this one here will last, I'm going to say 2 to 3 weeks. No
Yeah.
problem at all. It's all recycled. You use a lot less water, John, if you're recycling. Sometimes you recycle to waste, but this one's recycled back to the bin.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, well, that's fantastic.
And obviously you just got to keep them covered up, John, here for a little
Yeah,
while.
Yeah, it'll turn bad.
These two here will come into action this week after the conditioning cycle is finished.
So there's- there'll be
this
feed
will
in
be a
there.
male feed in there.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And what feed levels do you keep at that? I know it's a little bit different to us old-fashioned gardeners. I try not to overfeed in the garden at all. I don't use a lot of fertilizer, but obviously you have to when you're in this type of compost. So what fertilizers are you putting in, or what level are you putting it at?
The fertilizer in here, John, will be Canna A and B.
Yeah,
And I'll start this off just from the greenhouse to here. It'll be 1.4 EC.
yeah,
Okay. If I feel as if they're lagging a little bit, I'll take it up to 1.6, 1.8. You don't want any more than that, John, because you're going to kill all your fucking soil and what have you. All the bacteria and what have you. You're going to kill them. So
will you explain what 1.6 and 1.8 means? You know, like what? Because
AC, that is electric conductivity in the water, which is your feed, the strength of your feed.
yeah,
Once it gets warmer, John, you want to lower this down. These ones here, because they're that big and whatever, I will take it to an EC of 1.0.
Yeah.
As low as that. That's a low feed.
Yeah.
1.8 is quite a high feed.
Yes.
So yes, it depends on your weather conditions, temperature and things like that.
So what's the difference between canna A and canna B?
They're both working together.
So you use them together, do you?
Yes, they work in conjunction with each other.
Right.
I think the reason why they don't put them all together into one tub is because of congeal in the pipes and what have you.
Right, yeah.
You put one in first, let it dissolve in the water, and then you put the other one in.
Right.
The worst thing you want is your chemicals congealing in your
blocking
pipes.
your pipes
The
up.
pipes are only 2 or 3 mil thick, John.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we can see there's narrow pipes in
any blockage and everything, just sometimes you don't even see it when you've got a blockage.
Yeah,
John,
so
and it could be going for days. So a plant might be going days without any feed.
yeah,
So,
I see exactly what you mean.
and all this medium is all in the earth.
Yeah.
So it needs feed in there.
So you also can use it without sterilising, or do you sterilise it?
Which are the
If you're using the grown medium year after year.
Yeah, you sterilise it, and I've got a compost. It's not a compost heap anymore, John. It's a cocoa heap.
Yeah.
This cocoa, this medium, you can actually use it for up to 5 years.
Ah, that's brilliant.
So it does cost a little bit more initially, but you're saving.
Yeah, over the course of the 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, what we're going to do, we'll switch this off at the moment, and I'm going to move through into another tunnel, and we'll have a look at what Michael's doing in other tunnels. It's all quite interesting, so we'll take a look next door. Right, we're into the second tunnel now. Michael's going to explain what's going on in this tunnel.
All right, John. All right, lads, again. This side here, John, is traditional Leek trench.
Yeah.
I've been messing about with this trench, John, since October last year, turning it over and what have you, as you do. Everybody does the same. So it's been an ongoing process. I didn't clean the whole out, John. I'm a great believer of the bacteria.
Building up. When you're saying it's a traditional trench, the soil in it doesn't look traditional to me. What's actually in it?
It's Eco Thrive Light.
Eco Thrive Light.
Yep. And clear balls.
And clear balls mixed.
I'm a great believer, John, of getting a bit of air in there. I've actually drilled the bed itself, John, just to get a bit of air in there for the root system and the good fungi and the good bacteria and whatever.
Yeah.
They need a bit of air in there. So yeah, that's traditional. Obviously, I fed it and what have you. And
so you have you added like traditional fertilizer into this?
Yes.
You have.
Yes. There's 4 ounces of obviously a fish blood and bone in
fish blood and bone, 4 ounces, and any other fertilizer you want to add. So are you like feeding this through hydroponics?
No. This has got a water and tape, which has got a tank here, reservoir here. What I do, John, sorry, John,
yeah.
This little gadget here, I've got 2 of them here. These are moisture meters. This is actually 6 inches deep. This tells you what the moisture content is 6 meters down, 6 inches down.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of them in here. There's a little bit of variation there, John. This one will be higher than that one. I don't know if it's a natural slope or something. That one's 62.
Yeah.
That's a little bit drier than what that one is.
Yeah.
So I think it's just because it's on a little bit of an incline.
Yeah, possibly, and also the length of the trench.
And what I do, John, is when this moisture meter goes up to 70, maybe 80, it's getting too dry.
Right.
So on this reservoir here, I have 2 little taps.
Yeah.
This is full of rainwater. Just turn the tap on.
Yeah.
Fills the tapes up.
And that does
that
your
just waters it, yes. Just keep an eye on the moisture meters. Once that hits, goes down to about 30 or something, 40, I'll turn the water off.
Yeah.
Yep. This water here is all aerated. I don't know if you can hear that, John.
I can hear it, yeah. So there's pumps in there.
There's all, I can't really see it, but yeah, there's an air pump in there.
You can hear it.
Yep. There's also air pumps in this one. But yes, that's a traditional bed. It is a bit of a pain in the bum here, John. Watch out there.
Yeah.
Okay, there, John. I don't want to get you off. So yes, traditionally, the traditional beds is a bit of a pain in the arse. You're starting from October, and then obviously you're feeding it in March time, and then you get your leeks and whatever. But you've got to do a bit of work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot more work than what you're doing in the pots. And this side?
This side here, John, this is all hydroponics. This is cocoa with clay balls in.
Yeah.
This is all in there as well. It's all on a reservoir here.
Yeah.
And the feeding station, the drains of the operation is in here.
So that's a totally different watering system to that side.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is all just gravity fed. What's happening here, John? I've got them up on bricks.
Yeah.
if from the beginning the water level will come to the same level as this one here, it'll come to about here,
yeah.
Now I want to try and keep this dry just to stop the leek rotting on the top.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll put them on a couple of bricks and the water level will come to about there.
So
the roots are right the way down there, so that's
they're
all they
feeding
need.
from the base, yeah. Very good, yeah. You can see the top's dry, but obviously the water's all in the base.
There's a little bit of moisture in here, John. You can see it's just a little bit darker on the top
so
there.
it is something up.
A little bit of moisture.
Yeah, there is on all of them, yeah.
And once I get to dryness I want, I'll start hopping them up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you blanch these? Do you use colours?
Colours, yes. All the colours are ready here, John. 4 inch, 6 inches, and just
yes, similar to
yeah,
what I have. Yeah. That's excellent. And this is A and B feed as well.
Yes, these are just on A and B feed. These aren't getting conditioned. It's too early to condition these now, John.
Yeah.
They got conditioned about 4 weeks ago in the greenhouse before they came down here.
Yeah.
So yes, there's 2 different varieties here, John. These are Bobby Bells.
This end's Bobby Bells, yeah.
And these are Sammy Comune crosses.
Yeah, the CSC's on the other end. Yeah, they're looking good.
Yeah, this is actually a live bit, John. I actually feed this bed all the way through the winter. And the problem with that, you know, when you put potato skins in your compost and whatever, keep on popping up in between.
So any eyes that's in them, they
no,
keep
but
popping
you don't realise when you're feeding the worms. I feed the worms and everything all the way through the winter, and this John, it is a pain in the bum. And you put potatoes skins in there, and then you get potatoes popping.
Yeah, you will do off any eyes.
Pain in the bum.
Great. What about ventilation?
Ventilation, we've got the netting on the door there.
Yeah.
We'll have the air circulation fan there. One of the worst things, John, is stagnant air as well. It's not stagnant water. You need the air circulating as much as you can. And these vents, these sides actually lift up.
Yeah, right, brilliant.
Once it starts getting a bit, it's nice warm in here. If I knew it was going to stay like this all day, John, then vents would have been raised up.
Add them up.
We've got the shading across the top here, which is just like curtains, John.
Yeah, it's ideal.
On a hot summer's day, June, July,
just cover them over.
then we'll just draw over like a set of blinds.
Nothing be left to chance. It's excellent. It's very good. Well, we've got more to see, so I'm going to move on to the next tunnel. Right, we're outside Michael's hydro shed, purpose-built shed. It's an absolute belter. He's made a good. Did you build this yourself, Michael?
Yeah, I did actually, John. It wasn't for hydroponics originally made. It was from your hot tub.
All right.
The hot tub was meant to go in there. But,
I was going to say, it's quite a posh shed, actually. So, but he's going to open it and let us have a look inside. There's not much in at the moment, but this is where a lot of the stuff's actually started.
This during the winter, John, this is full of everything from peppers, ginger, onions and leeks, a whole lot.
Great, yeah. Step inside. Extractor fans, lights all over.
In here, John, I've got 5 extractor fans.
5 extractors, yeah.
I've
Nice
got,
and cool in here.
This one here is a exit one.
That takes the air
takes
out.
all the heat out, John. In the winter time, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
The lights are running overnight in the winter.
Yeah.
That keeps the greenhouse warm. That'll keep the greenhouse up there 16 to 20 degrees.
Brilliant.
We're going to extractor fan here.
Yeah.
We've got 2 circulation fans here.
Yeah, fans on the floor and on the bench, yeah.
And then we'll have the intake one here. This one actually comes from the little storage area next to it. Nice and shaded, it's nice and cool. You get the nice cool air.
It's lovely, it's a good feeling here now.
Yeah.
It's got the Daylight Pro 600. Not in use at the moment, but it is during the winter.
Yeah, this is a Maxi Brake, John. This is a really good light. A bit expensive for me, John. I think I'm not 100%. I think I'm going to pay $5.50 for this.
Yeah.
But it does everything. It's great for peppers. It's fantastic with the leeks and the onions.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of red spectrum in there.
Yeah.
So yes, ideal.
Then what's this one?
This is a named planet. This one. This one has a lot more red spectrum in.
Yeah.
This is ideal for my peppers, tomatoes, flowering plants.
Yeah.
Great for that. This one here, John, is a Lumi 720.
That's Lumi Grow.
Yeah, this is just new this year, John. Sorry, last year.
And this has got more blue light in.
Yes. More of the blue spectrum.
The blue light, just to explain, ladies and gents, the blue light is for leaf growth and the red light is for producing like flowers and fruit. So in the early stages you need more blue. Well, we're looking at a couple of monster leeks in here. There's 3 actually. These are big leeks. These have been in here on lights for how long?
Since the end of February.
And you've got them on 2 hours longer than daylight.
Yeah, no, they're on 16 hours now, John.
Yeah.
Which is maybe an hour longer than the natural daylight.
Right.
The idea being, John, is I'm trying to bring the time of the year a little bit further forward.
Yeah.
If you look up here, John,
there's a chart on the wall where he keeps a monitor of everything.
If the beginning of June, I'm going to start them on a PK.
Yeah.
Which is a high potash feed.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to bring the natural light a month forward and just see how they do it. This is me just messing about a bit and see how they do it.
Yeah, that's how you learn, isn't it?
Yes. If we keep on going the old traditional ways, we will be stuck in the
Yeah.
It's just about improving the growing techniques and what we've
That's
done.
right. Some big onions in here as well, but like I was saying, he has had a couple of problems. He got thrip in here early on, and he sprayed possibly too strong, and he's lost one onion from here, and there's a second onion which looks as if it's been spray damaged and starting to rot at the base, so that'll probably go. But there's a nice healthy onion there, and it's a big onion. It'll probably be 19 to 20 inches around, I would think. It's looking good. So yeah, the system's working. It's great.
What I've done here, John, is back in March I got an infestation of thrips, so I give them a really heavy spray 3 times in that month.
Yeah.
Obviously it's getting down in between the fruits and what
It's marking them, yeah.
exactly where it's going here.
Yeah.
Can I just put this on here, John?
Yeah, you can.
That is with overspraying.
Yeah.
And it's not going up here. So I'm just giving it a nice bit of airflow on there, John.
It's nice. The air movement here is great, the temperature is great, and obviously you've got the light that you need. So yeah, stuff will grow in here. Very good. Is there anything you'd like to add? Is there?
No, these lights here, John, are the T5s.
Yeah.
These are fantastic for little peppers and things like that.
So they're the old-fashioned T5s. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen in the greenhouse there, John. I've got the 2 big 4-foot T5s.
Yeah.
Which I will put the leeks underneath there for 12 hours.
Yeah, ideal. Oh, enjoyed the trip. I hope everyone's learned something from it, and it's certainly good to watch. We'll keep an eye on Michael as the season goes on. Hopefully he'll do some damage at the end of the year with his produce, whether it's leeks or onions. He's also growing some giant carrots and cauliflower, not collies, parsnip, beetroot, yeah. So we'll look forward to seeing what he does with those.
The giant vegetables is a bit of fun, John, which I'm really enjoying, and I'm dying for the end of the season now just to pull them out.
Just to see what you do. I know he's grown some big stuff in the past with the carrots and that, like.
One more thing, John, is the chemicals. The feed that you put in the reservoir, get to know your feeds.
Yeah.
Which ones do which. Do you want us to quickly run through them, John, for you?
If you want.
Quickly run through them. The
chemicals, yeah.
These are all stored in the fridge here, John. You have the can of A and B.
Yeah.
This is a new thing for me, John. Yes, like I said before, in here I'm having trouble with thrips.
Yeah.
I'm going to try this can of Cure. This is a feed as well as an insecticide.
Right.
So I'm going to try that when I bring the other leeks up in here. I'm going to try and spray these ones and see exactly what it does. Keeps the thrips under control.
Yeah.
I don't think it eliminates them, but it will keep them under control.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got the kind of enzyme, which is great for the root system. It breaks all the dead matter down in the root system. It allows a little bit of air in there.
Can I ask how much these all cost?
No. John, for me it's a hobby. If I wasn't spending it on this, I'd be spending it on beer, poker and dirty women.
Oh well.
This is like I said, this is a kind of enzyme. This actually, these leeks now, the old dead roots will be starting to break down.
Yeah.
This accelerates the breaking down of that, allows a little bit of aeration in the medium itself.
Yeah.
So it's good for a little bit of aeration, good for the bacteria and the fungi and whatever else.
Very good, eh?
That's really good.
So that's quite important.
Yeah.
What's the purple bottle?
Two things I'm just going to show you. This is for starting off here, John. This we use in the early stages.
The
rhizome, yeah. This is a more root-based thing.
Yeah.
I use this, John, in conjunction with.
Yeah, I've used root accelerator before.
Depending on the plant, the peppers love a combination of both of them.
Yeah.
The leeks love them, you know, John. So yes, this is a really good one. This is very good. So, and then you have that's a kind of enzyme. You have the PK, which is your potash feed.
Right. Yeah.
These leeks at the end of this month will be going to the PK.
Yeah.
Which is the potash. And then here we have the CalMag, which is calcium and magnesium.
Yeah.
This is great for the plant structure itself, which I'm a great believer in. And I will use Eco 5 seaweed extract.
Very
I'll show
good.
you about this, John. One more important thing, John, is when you're growing hydroponically, you've got to reduce your pH, which allows a lot more the plant to take up a lot more chemicals and what have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want it too alkaline because it will block them out. The
Yeah.
chemicals. So you take your pH down to 5.8 to about 6 maximum.
Right.
And that allows the chemicals get in the plant a lot faster. and
Yeah.
what have you.
Yeah.
I do have a chart next door actually, John, which is, I try and keep all these out of the sunlight, John, just to keep them right.
Yeah. Yeah. Best too.
This is a concentrated seaweed extract. What I found with this, John, is if you buy the stuff from a normal suppliers and what have you, it congeals in the tank.
Right.
So this is the best one I've came across.
Yeah.
You still do get a little bit of foaming in the tank,
Uh-huh.
but it's not congealing in the pipes and things
Aye,
like that.
that's-
So
aye, that's
this is a really good one. You pay a little bit more for it, John, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're thinking about doing the hydroponics there all the time.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got your ECZ here, your pH up and down, pH up and down there,
Yeah.
and you've got silicone. Silicone is a really important one, John, for the cell structure.
Yes.
It makes them a lot stronger and what have you. That's why I put it in with the conditioning cycle.
So that's silicone.
That's silicone, yeah. which
And is it
good
in
for-
liquid format?
It's in a liquid format, yes.
Yeah.
Really strong. I think it's 0.3 to a litre. I've got it, John, there, John. I'll just show you. That's silicone there, John. This is 0.3 to a litre, so it is quite strong
So that's
and quite expensive.
0.3 of a milligram.
Yeah.
Milliliter.
Milliliter to a
litre.
Yeah.
It is strong. Aye.
So, but this is essential, John, when you're growing hydroponics.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting the natural silicone that's naturally in the soil.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got to put a little bit in. So I use that in the conditioning cycle.
Very good.
Uh,
And what's the bottle on the top?
the bottom on the top.
This here?
Sorry, this is my Kilometre. This is a really nice spray.
All right, yeah.
Just a nice fine spray. What I was doing, John, I was trying these ones here.
Yeah, the electric fans, yeah.
But these ones here are ideal if
Uh-huh.
you're just using Kilometre. Once you start putting something else in, it congeals and blocks ejects
Blocks
up the
up,
top.
yeah. I
So
found that.
I'll use these ones in the kitchen potato.
Yeah.
It doesn't give the mist out as fine as this.
Yeah.
So it's all hand now. It's this is just all hand sprayed and whatever.
Excellent, aye.
And one of the problems was I was using this one when these ones broke down.
Yeah. And that would be
far
too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I've ended up like that, John.
Getting burnt, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, we've been enlightened on the way to grow hydroponically. New setups for a lot of the older guys like myself. Quite technical, but it's very interesting, and we'll certainly be watching Michael. Michael, I would thank you very much for today's video. It's been a treat come to see. I'm quite happy, and I think a lot of lads, once they've seen it, will be more than pleased.
no problem at all, John.
Thank you very much. And we'll also keep you informed as to what's happening with Michael's new open
Yeah,
show.
that'd be good. Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks a lot now. Bye-bye.